Under the scorching sun of the Indonesian archipelago, where rainforest brushes against the open sea, a build was born to ambush and wait. Komodo dragon, codename stealth tank of the archipelago. This isn't the kind of creature that rushes into combat like a tiger or a lion. But are you sure that slow means weak? Would you bet that a bite that's not critical can't wipe out an entire server? Is this ancient build really a leftover bug from the dinosaur patch? Or is it a meta-genius of the bite and wait strategy, an apex predator living in nature's glitch zone? Watch till the end of this video to learn the truth about a strength you only thought you understood. Ready? Load into the server. When it comes to tank builds that refuse to go extinct, few can dominate the map like Varanus komodoensis, the Komodo dragon. This is an ancient solo build pulled straight from the Jurassic patch notes, refined over millions of years to master one thing, winning the fight without ever chasing it. What's in the Komodo dragon skill tree that puts this build in the A-tier rankings? Let's load up the character screen. Unlike most other lizard builds, this one is the final boss of Reptilia, a real-life cold-blooded monster. Reaching up to 3 meters in length and weighing nearly 100 kilograms, the Komodo dwarfs its cousins, most of whom barely outweigh a grapefruit. This is the largest living lizard on Earth, a relic from a forgotten meta, walking the modern server like a living patch bug from the Cretaceous era. This unit is a walking boulder with a meat detection radar. Sure, its top speed is just 24 kilometers an hour, but here's the truth. It only needs that speed for 5 seconds. That's right, this build runs on burst damage, not marathons. When it tags a target, that's when the real game begins. And how does it find prey? Not by sight, not by sound, but through a split tongue and a Jacobson's organ, together forming a long-range death scanner. It can detect blood or decay from 4 to 5 kilometers away. It's not just a predator, it's a living ping system, scanning for weak spots, like a monster in fog of war mode. But that's not the only thing that makes this build terrifying. It also comes equipped with about 60 serrated, backward curved teeth, engineered like biological scalpels. Each tooth is reinforced with iron-rich minerals for durability and features venom grooves that inject toxins deep into flesh. Combined with bacteria-laced saliva, a single bite deals massive DOT. No need to hold on, just bite, release, and let the clock tick. Its signature playstyle is a 3-part death combo: venom, infection, and patience. Unlike pit vipers that latch on and hold, Komodo strikes once and vanishes. Its venom includes anticoagulants, hypotension agents, and cardiac toxins. Its saliva? A fermented soup of over 50 types of rotting bacteria. One bite starts the countdown. The prey might not know it yet, but their health bar is already in sudden death mode. Don't mistake its slow playstyle for weakness. But even top-tier builds have flaws, and for the Komodo, that weakness isn't a bug, it's baked right into the code. Despite its explosive burst at 24 kilometers per hour, this lizard burns out faster than a player spamming sprint in heavy armor. Its stamina bar is laughably short. If the prey struggles hard enough or survives the first hit, Komodo enters cooldown mode, panting, overheating, and completely open to counterattack. And if battlefield intelligence is a stat, this build is the outlier. While its sensory game is S tier, its strategic thinking barely scrapes a B-. No complex tactics. Once vision is lost, Komodo often fails to reacquire the target, a tracking glitch that's unacceptable at this tier. No advanced pathfinding, no ambush logic, just raw instinct running on a prehistoric process. Not to mention, this is a cold-blooded build, fully environment-dependent. On cloudy days, low temps, or extended rain, the whole system gets hit with a slow debuff, unable to hack, unable to retreat. And that signature venom over time strategy, it's a double-edged claw. Against weak builds, it's brutal, but try that on wild boars, baby crocs. The DOT debuff barely registers. If the prey retaliates fast enough, Komodo's slow animation lock opens the door for critical hits. But all of these weaknesses still don't make the Komodo dragon fall behind. Why? Let's see how they hunt. This build doesn't rush, it doesn't roar, it doesn't even chase. Because when you're optimized as a walking dot debuff wrapped in prehistoric armor, you don't need a second chance, just precision. A target passes through dry brush, feeling safe. But 5 kilometers away, a split tongue has already locked in on their location. The Jacobson's organ has dialed in on the scent of blood, like sonar in nightmare mode. Every footprint is logged, every breath is recorded, every shift of the wind accounted for. And the Komodo, already in stealth mode, buried in dust and silence, loading up its explosive strike like a heat-seeking missile. Then, boom. 5 seconds of pure violence at 24 kilometers an hour. It bursts from cover like a scaled torpedo, jaws wide open. The bite force isn't the highest, around 600 newtons, but who needs raw power when you're delivering blood-thinning venom that breaks PvE logic? It targets the leg or flank, injects the full dose, then retreats. That's when things get interesting. While the prey is still trying to figure out what just happened, the countdown begins. Blood pressure drops, vision blurs, coagulation shuts down. The victim stumbles, panics, tries to escape, but the Komodo simply follows, like death in slow motion. No second bite, no wasted energy, just patience. And when collapse hits hours later, it returns like a final cutscene. Alone or with backup, depending on who caught the ping, they feed in order, big units first, small ones wait. It's not cruelty, it's patch balance. Terrifying. But what threats does this build face that might challenge its long-term survival? Komodo is a creature that plays the long game, but even the smartest strategists can't ignore one truth. The meta is shifting, and not in its favor. Its original server, dry islands, low grass, sparse forests, is shrinking fast. Deforestation doesn't just erase hunting routes, it deletes the entire stealth ambush mechanic, the core gameplay loop of this build. And when climate change destabilizes the weather, the sun-soak cool-down burst combo falls out of sync. If mornings are overcast and afternoons turn cold, Komodo suffers constant debuffs. Not enough heat to power its muscles, not enough light to track prey. And when a cold-blooded build can't generate heat, its HP bar drops without a single PvP. In the world of survival, some species play the rush rank strategy, while others choose to be the opportunistic assassins. The Komodo belongs to the second type, a build that knows exactly when to strike and when to stay on the sidelines buffing defense. It doesn't like risk, it prefers calculating the odds of death. Its preferred operating hours are 9:30 AM and 3 PM, when sunlight is just enough to recharge without overheating its stamina. Outside this window, it retreats into dirt dens, avoids conflict, and minimizes unexpected PvP. In the real-life survival game, that's how a build keeps a top-tier survival stat. But what truly sets Komodo apart isn't its bite or speed, it's its professional corpse-eating strategy. Komodo doesn't fight over food. While many other builds clash over loot, Komodo plays by the ranked feeding meta, and it's this combo, limited vision, S-tier smell, a passive dot, that makes it the most efficient scavenger in the region. It creates corpses, finds corpses, and processes corpses with logic that feels almost hard-coded. However, when a high-tier threat is nearby, Komodo doesn't risk it. It will willingly drop combat and return later, when the target's HP has dropped or its defense skills are still on cooldown. That's why this build, despite low stamina and average IQ, still thrives, because it knows when to bite, when to wait, and when to loot the body like a true pro. With 5-star venom, natural stealth, armor-thick skin, and a dot stat that's maxed out, it doesn't need to chase, doesn't need a combo, just one burst and your countdown begins. Final ranking, A tier. Powerful in optimized conditions, but easily outclassed if pulled out of its tropical server. What do you think? Does the Komodo deserve a spot in S tier? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next showdown. Thanks for watching.